you could talk about your mother and her influence on you musically growing up.
Yeah, my mom, she's done music for as long as I can remember. And her and I did an interview a while ago, and she talked about how there's a difference between singing a song and telling the story behind it. And so before every performance, she tells me to be the song and tell the story, because there is such emotion that you put into music, and that it just comes out as an inspiration to other people and, what people need. And, that's the kind of artist that I want to be. And I've been able, watching her, really been able to grow as an artist, and really connect to music and, know what it's all about. And she is just so inspirational with every single battle that she's fought. And she continues to walk through it on the other end. And I mean, she really is the strongest person I know.
Absolutely. Do you mind sharing the battle that she went through? It's okay if you don't want to.
No, yeah. So I believe it was 2016 or 2017. She was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And I know I shared this on the show, but I remember, my mom and my dad called me into their room, and, they talked to me and my brother, and I just remember crying underneath my desk and praying, because I don't think people, think about this. When you don't experience something, you don't really think about it. And so having this become our reality was really hard. And she had her surgery done, and then because of where the tumor was located, they were not able to remove the entire mass. And so that's kind of stayed there, and over time we've learned that it's grown again. So she had to go through radiation recently, and it was like a one-day radiation thing, so it was very hard on her. And shortly after her initial brain surgery, because of the effects that it had, she lives with handicaps daily, where she doesn't have her peripheral vision, and she has like these mini seizures in her eyes that she often describes as kaleidoscopes. And she lives with that as a daily handicap. But she tells me that she would rather take all of that and not be here. And I think that just shows you how strong of a mother she is too. Is that she would rather take all the pain just to make her family happy. And of course, I want her to be happy too. But I mean, I appreciate her strength and I admire it so much. But yeah, after her brain surgery, she had a grand mal seizure, which was very scary. I remember it was my 7th grade open house. I came home and she was having band practice, and then my brother was like, she's slurring her words, like we don't know what's going on, and she was rushed to the hospital with my dad, and it was just my brother and I at home, and it was just very scary not knowing what's going on. And I think, every single day you never know what's going to happen, and she reminds me and my family to love unconditionally, because you never know if you're going to be there the next day. And I think that is so important, and I'm so thankful for that reminder that she gives us. And again, it just shows how strong she is.
Awesome. And she is a musician, and from what I have here, is she still performing music with her band as she's going through this health journey?
Yeah, she's been performing for as long as I know, and obviously she had to take a break after her surgery, but she still does music. She has to. She struggles with memory issues, so she has her lyrics with her all the time. But she does whatever she can to be able to be up on that stage, because that's where she thrives. And obviously with COVID, her band hasn't been performing as much. But when they do, they make it a show worthwhile, and they are just very entertaining, and you can really tell that that is her environment, that this is her people, and this is what she was born to do.
That's wonderful. I wonder if there's a part of you that feels like you're kind of walking on eggshells when you see your mother perform like this. I mean, do you ever have that worry that something may happen, or or are you just fully 100% confident in her strength?
Well, when it comes to when it comes to her being on stage, it's not something that I think about, just because she's really just in her moment, and I feel like she kind of just forgets everything that she's gone through, and she just lives on that stage when she's performing. So it's not something that I think about when she performs. And, you know, obviously if she does mess up somewhere, she always recovers from it. And I think she makes herself more nervous than she has to be. But as far as daily life goes, I mean, we're just kind of living it, and what happens, happens, and we're going to get through it together as a family.
Rio Doyle.